Calling all Madridistas, the future of the world's most successful club is being shaped right now. And the Santiago Bernabeu is the epicenter of transformations that promise to be historic. A young prospect arrives with the ambition to rewrite the rules of the game. An already established talent raises his level in training, impressing the club's management. And a key member of the squad may be packing his bags for a new challenge. Add another continental giant, and that's just the beginning of the story. The saga continues with one of the pillars of our defense, who returns with a fierce determination to silence the doubters, and a pearl formed at La Fabrica who, even shining in foreign lands, doesn't hide his longing for the white jersey. All these events are unfolding right now behind the scenes at Real Madrid, and you'll be privy to every detail. Stay with us until the end, because every true Madrid fan understands that at this club, there are no truces or unimportant matches. Every move is strategic. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and turn on notifications, because the revelations we bring today will touch your heart and your pride in being Real Madrid. At Valdebebas, one name in particular is gaining traction behind the scenes with each passing day: Vinicius Jr. Just as his contract renewal becomes a major issue, the Brazilian has opted to respond on the field, and not just any old way. Inside sources describe his recent training sessions as a true gala performance, with the number 7 performing with the intensity of a Champions League final. Reports describe a sequence of explosive speed, unpredictable dribbling, and lethal finishing accuracy. Teammates and the coaching staff witness with admiration Vini's dominance in training, as if he wanted to reaffirm to everyone, board, fans, and opponents, that his mission goes beyond fulfilling a contract. He's here to build a legacy. According to people close to the club, this attitude has played a significant role in negotiations, as Vini seeks not only financial recognition but also the certainty that he will be a central figure in the sporting project. Still, there's a certain tension behind the scenes. Interest from other European giants is a reality, and the football market is relentless. Each high-level performance in training only sharpens the interest of clubs willing to invest fortunes to lure him away from Madrid. In contrast, what we see is a focused, happy athlete who is fully integrated into the group assigned. That, emotionally, his connection to Madrid is stronger than ever. If the renewal is sealed in the coming days, Real Madrid won't just be securing a new contract, they'll be protecting one of their most valuable assets for the coming years. And judging by the Brazilian's form, rivals should be prepared. Vinicius Jr. seems determined to make this season one of the most remarkable in the club's recent history. Historically, Real Madrid is the club that sets the standard in global football. This time, however, a young man, just 19 years old, fresh from Brazil, arrives with the audacity to challenge and potentially reshape the team's playing dynamics. Endrick, whose signing involved substantial sums of money and generated immense anticipation, arrives in Madrid with a clear purpose, not only to integrate, but to leave his personal mark on Europe's most formidable attack. The initial preseason training sessions have already shown a glimpse of his potential. His agility, creative improvisation, and courage in individual duels have been highlighted in the closed-door sessions at Valdebebas. There's talk behind the scenes that his playing style could lead to significant tactical changes, directly influencing the positioning of already established stars. There are even internal analysts considering the possibility of Xabi Alonso reconfiguring the front line to maximize the young Brazilian's qualities. However, this promise comes with enormous pressure. Endrick is aware that wearing the Meringue jersey transcends football. It involves dealing with constant media scrutiny, inevitable comparisons with past icons, and the relentless demands of a fan base that is only satisfied with victory. Sources close to the athlete say he's not intimidated by the challenge. On the contrary, his goal is to become a benchmark, not only for Real Madrid, but for European football as a whole. The big question hanging over the Bernabeu is whether the club will mold the young talent or whether he will shape the team's future. The answer to this question could define the Meringue attack for the next decade and, who knows, impact the recent history of football on the continent. Some football careers seem to have a story with pages yet to be written, and Nico Paz's with Real Madrid fits that profile, a product of the club's youth academy. The Argentine midfielder set out in search of more playing time and a prominent role at Como in Italy. His success was almost immediate, with consistent performances, important goals, and remarkable maturity for his age. Nico became a key player for the Italian team. Even far from Madrid, the emotional connection with his founding club remains intact. In a recent interview, the player was categorical: "Real Madrid is my home. "I'll never close the doors on returning." This statement, though simple, resonated intensely behind the scenes at Valdebebas and among the fans at the Santiago Bernabeu. For this return to materialize, however, market opportunities and the squad's needs will need to align. For now, what exists is a public nod and the conviction that, should he receive an invitation to return, his response would be immediate. After all, wearing the white shirt again wouldn't just be a professional opportunity, it would be a rediscovery of his own identity. And Real Madrid's history has proven that when a player with Moraine DNA expresses a desire to return, destiny often takes care of the rest. The Bernabeu has witnessed great warriors overcome enormous adversity. And now it's time for Eder Militao to embark on his own journey of overcoming obstacles. After a difficult period marked by physical problems, questions, and fluctuations, the Brazilian defender begins this new cycle with a clear goal: to demonstrate to everyone that he still belongs among the elite of world defenders. Since the start of preseason, a transformed Militao has been evident at Valdebebas. He is in better physical shape, more agile, and above all, with renewed focus. Inside sources report a rigorous training routine, extra dedication to physical preparation, and unwavering mental strength. His goal is not only to regain his place, but to reclaim his place as an unshakable pillar of the defense, a key player in Real Madrid's recent triumphs. The player's statements in recent interviews reflect this desire to bounce back. "I've been through ups and downs, but I've learned lessons. This season is a personal matter for me." This stance is well received by a fan base that historically values players with grit and personality. Militao's motivation is even greater given rival Barcelona's investment in their attack, a challenge that ignites his competitive spirit. Xabi Alonso is also confident of his full recovery. The Brazilian's presence provides greater defensive solidity, allows the full-backs to advance, and crucially, brings discreet leadership to a sector that lacked stability last year. With Rudiger consolidating and young Dean Huijsen emerging, Militao knows he needs to deliver results from the first minute to regain his undisputed starting spot. What's at stake goes beyond a starting spot. It's the reaffirmation of Militao's reputation on the European stage, and knowing the Brazilian's temperament, he will spare no effort in treating every game like a final. If he can channel all this energy onto the field, Real Madrid will have back one of Europe's most imposing defenders. Precisely when they need him most, revenge in sport can be a perilous path. But for Militao, it seems paved with the promise of glory. In the dynamic transfer market, certain news causes a seismic shift. And the latest involves Rodrigo Goes, the Brazilian striker, a key figure in the Real Madrid tactical system, and an idol to many fans, reportedly signaled a positive response to an offer to join Manchester City. The news surprised everyone in the Spanish capital and sparked a heated debate about the squad's next steps. According to behind-the-scenes reports, the foundations of a deal between the athlete and the English team have been finalized. What remains now is the complex negotiations between the clubs, and, on this point, Real Madrid is unlikely to give in easily. Florentino Perez is fully aware of Rodrigo's technical and market value, and will demand financial compensation worthy of a key player in the Champions League. It's speculated that the requested amount could exceed 100 million euros, a figure City would be willing to negotiate to strengthen Pep Guardiola's attack. Rodrigo's alleged decision isn't an isolated incident. Despite winning titles and starring in historic moments, he also went through periods of inconsistency and faced fierce competition for a spot in the attack, intensified by the arrival of Mbappe and the rise of young players like Endrick. In recent interviews, he avoided controversy, but signaled his desire to seek new challenges and new experiences. The fans, as usual, find themselves in a dilemma. Some consider his departure a strategic mistake, given his versatility, decision-making power, and experience in important matches. Others believe that the transfer fee would give the club the breathing room it needs to seek specific reinforcements and maintain its title ambitions. The atmosphere is one of anticipation, and anxiety about the outcome of the case grows with each passing day. If the transfer is confirmed, it will mark the end of a remarkable career, that of the young man who arrived as a promising prospect and became the hero of magical nights at the Bernabeu. However, as is the maxim at Real Madrid, no figure is greater than the institution. If Rodrigo leaves, the club is expected to move quickly to ensure that the number 11 jersey continues to pose a threat to any opposing defense. Madridistas, what we're experiencing goes far beyond simple season preparation. It's the prelude to a new phase that has the potential to drastically alter Real Madrid's recent history. We're witnessing the arrival of a young man like Endrick, determined to break paradigms and energize the attack. All of this transcends mere news. It's the very soul of Real Madrid in full swing, demanding dedication, audacity, and decisions that will shape our future. And now, the question is for you. Which of these stories captures your attention the most? Who should stay, who should go, and who should take the lead in this new era? Leave your comment below as Madridismo grows stronger with the voice and passion of each of its fans, and get ready, because what's to come promises to be even greater than anything we've discussed today. Hala Madrid and nothing else.